Hey y'all, welcome to the new moon in Libra video. So I decided to do this a little bit early. I've been kind of doing my moon videos really close to the date of it, just because I felt led to, but now I'm feeling a little bit ahead of the energy today, so I wanted to go ahead and do a live shuffle and see what kind of comes up. So most of my readings I kind of do them different every time, but this time I was like, just shuffle on camera, okay? So the overall theme for this reading, we have the Ring card. Now this always pops out when you're heading in the right direction of a new opportunity, something solid. Now this for some people could be in love, and for others of you this could be some sort of major commitment. But at the bottom of the deck we have the Man. So some of y'all manifesting your man, and it's funny because Libra is all about harmony and relationships, but I love, if you look really closely on this card, there's the ring finger obviously, but like an x-ray version, and then also an actual version. So this is the card about commitments, looking at what you're committed to. What are you trying to manifest in? And for some of you guys, this Man is representing an end of a cycle, especially because we have the number 10, but it's representing, for me, masculine energy is representing to me going towards, like being ready to go towards. That's what I'm just kind of picking up vibrationally. It's funny that the Child card came out, because this card I always pull, which is something, it's funny because this is number 4 added up in numerology, but I always look at the Child as like obviously the inner child. Some of you guys could have children, but it's kind of like it's funny, if you look, this looks like a little boy and this looks like a little girl, and you see how the girl is brought to the forefront and the boy's in the shadow. And we already talked about how the Man was representing that masculine side, or a masculine. Some of you guys could be manifesting someone from your childhood or someone that you've known for a long time, if this is a relationship. Oh yeah, and wow, did you hear that? Wow, that was that was a sign, y'all. That was crazy. Okay, so I have this jar on my altar. Well, this is one of my altars where I do my readings, and one of my jars fell down, but it was my jar full of all of my heart crystals, like all my heart chakra crystals. So whenever like a noise or something like that happens in a reading, I'm always tuned in. So for some of you, that was a sign that it's someone from that you know from your childhood. And I see for some of you guys, you see how the boy is watching the girl. He's looking dead on, but she's kind of looking away. You may not be aware. And remember, this is just about masculine versus feminine. It may not resonate as a boy or a girl, you know, because we're fluid here. So just take it how it resonates. But I'm like, I'm not even like trying to reach, because this is a Libra reading. But this is so funny. What I'm intuitively feeling is that some of you guys are manifesting that soulmate, your person. Let's just call it your person, because I'm not really going to go down the rabbit hole of the twin flame journey or getting into specific types. But what I'm seeing for some of you guys, also for some of you guys, if that doesn't resonate for you, I'm really feeling that you've had your eye on something for a very long time. You could have been extremely dedicated to this cause, a business. Some of you actually having children, but what I'm seeing is it's like you had your eye on the prize for so long, and now some of you guys might be coming into a situation where you're going to be signing contracts. So this could manifest in a new home. And what I'm seeing is, it's that when this manifestation comes in for this new moon, look back 6 months at the new moon in Aries. So around Aries season, on my playlist you can look down and see what that video was about, or you can just check out where you were in your life at the beginning of Aries season, which would have been at the end of March of this year, and see what you have what you were working on planting. Because going back to this Child card, Aries rules, you know, is the first sign. So it's all about that. To me, I call Aries the youngest, even though they're first, because they kind of have that energy of the youngest or only child. They're the first one. So, you know, the first one's kind of like the guinea pig, but when you're young, you have all these dreams and aspirations. Some of you guys, I feel, are super hopeful. Excuse me, hopeful romantics. And some of you guys have been, part of your shadow work was to acknowledge the things that you want in your life. I'm feeling for some of y'all, it's been hard to admit the things that you want because life has been heavy. Life has weighed you down. It has been a struggle. So some of you guys have been in denial about what your inner child actually wants. For some of you guys, sometimes I get channeled movies and songs. So I'm getting the movie My Girl from the 90s. I forgot the actors' names, but the movie My Girl might be relevant to some of you guys. What I'm also getting is Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. And some of you guys, there might be like a certain song that you might see like in the next like 13 days, a song or a movie or a person you might run into that you've known for a long time, or there's some sort of significance with your inner child, your childhood, or something that you've really wanted to manifest. So look back at that time frame. And the reason why I feel like the divine wanted me to do this reading earlier than I've been doing it is because it's almost like whenever you see this, no matter when you see this, you know, use this as an opportunity to plant intentions for what you want to come, because the ring talks about like something solid and long lasting. There's something very solid and long lasting that's coming into your reality. I feel like it's going to be on a physical level, and someone that you have what I'm feeling is someone that you have a soul contract with. It could be a friend, it could be a business partner for some of you guys, it could be like a real estate agent for some. But you see how there's a ring on the hand, but there's also a ring on as an x-ray. So there's some sort of soul contract that's coming in. Whatever's coming in is like destined. It could have been it could be like you were destined to live in this area, so you're going to have this abundance. There's something that is in alignment with your soul's path. And it's like whenever you think about a child and you're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or what do you want to do? Or how do you want to feel? Or the essence of your childhood is resurfacing, which means your soul's purpose, your soul design. So whatever you've been doubting that's possible, like, oh, I can't go into this profession, or I can't have that person, or I can't kind of have this kind of love connection, just be easy with yourself. And then we have practical intuition. And it's so funny because whenever I see a rabbit, I think of good luck. For some of you guys, there could have been something that happened in Easter. There could have been something significant. The full moon that occurred around Easter could have been really, really significant. And what I'm also seeing, because I'm going to read from the deck because I'm doing a lot of oracle this reading, but what I'm feeling for a lot of you guys is that some of you guys might do rituals. Some of you guys might resonate as starseeds, or like people who, you know, work with herbs, or you could be vegan. Others of you guys could do full moon rituals. So if that's what you do, I feel that there was a full moon ritual that you already did around Easter time. Yeah, and the egg's about to hatch. Like you've been making space for it, and it might have felt like it's taken so long, but I feel like it's divine timing at play. So this card says Vinca grows close to the ground, a humble and grounded plant that promotes practical use of spiritual abilities and helps one open the third eye. The crystal that supports this is this card. The crystal that supports this is lapis lazuli. Supports intuition and spiritual sight. Developing spiritual abilities is not the end of the journey. Just as the spring equinox heralds new life and new beginnings, knowledge is the start of a deeper path. Through application of spiritual skills, creating blessings in this world, we connect more deeply with spirit and gain wisdom. And the affirmation is, I use my knowledge and understanding to solve practical problems. Through my wisdom, I help increase the beauty in the world and help support the beneficial flow of energy. So this to me is kind of just getting the vibe of like whatever you're wanting to manifest, it's taken a long time, especially because she looks elderly. She looks a little tired too, but it's like not letting the external circumstances warp your mind and take over your vibration. Whenever you see the spring equinox as like new beginnings, it's like something coming to fruition. But it's funny because in my personal life, Easter was very significant for me that day. Not because of like the traditional meanings of it or the pagan or the Christian religious reasons behind it. But for some of you, I'm just really feeling that around the springtime, what I just heard was full circle. Something is about to come full circle. And for some of you guys, it's almost like there's some people that you're destined to meet on your path. It doesn't have to be necessarily romantic, but there's certain people that you're destined to meet on your path, and you're about to run into them. But you're going to notice that even if your rituals are writing things down, lighting candles, for some of you guys, it's definitely with the food you cook or herbs, the full moon. That's too many. Whatever practical spiritual applications you've been doing, keep doing them because they've been manifesting this whole time. Yeah, we have be positive. And this says your thoughts can shape your experience, so be sure to focus on the positive. So for some of you guys, music gets you into alignment with these music notes from the child. Even watching shows from when you were little, you might be feeling a little nostalgic, like that Six of Cups energy. Others of you, it could be, for some of you, I'm hearing like even like Pinterest boards or vision boards, just where you can visualize. Say for example, you're like, one day I want to get married and I want to have a wedding like this, like getting into this feeling. Or one day I want to have a house or a job that looks like this. For others, you guys are manifesting travel to places. I just heard Stonehenge, or like places where there's like these sacred monuments. So start planning that trip. Start, even if it's just a vision board or a Pinterest, be positive. That's practical intuition. That's putting something that you want to manifest, but doing it physically. I actually bought a vision board yesterday, a new one. And I actually over here have my red candle that I'm about to dress and use for the new moon in Libra. So a red candle, it's funny, I was drawn to red, and then I got the child with red. So your roots. A lot of you guys are healing at the root level. And the next one we have is world energy. And this says the earth is going through a transition of energy and your sensitive body is feeling it. You're not alone, accept help from others. So a lot of you guys might be feeling this like elderly feeling, like tired, exhausted. Whew. Like for some of you guys, it's almost like maybe your mind is too tired to like think positive or speak positive. So the divine's like, just go plant, go get in the garden, go outside, sit under the full moon, release, practical things, listen to some music. It might be too hard to be physical right now for some of you. It might be too hard to be optimistic right now. So doing it in a practical way might be an easier way, because whenever the world shows up, it's that Capricorn energy, that Saturn energy. Saturn is the planet of, like, if I was to summarize it or generalize it, it's delays. And whenever we have delays, it makes us feel old. It makes us feel like we've been waiting for so long. Some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, I'll never get married. Oh my gosh, I'll never have kids. Or it could be something like that. Or I'll never be able to travel because I have kids. Or, it's different for everyone. But I'm just seeing that right now, it's very challenging energy to be positive. So you need to embrace this childlike energy and just have some fun. It might feel like I'm taking my mind off of it. And it's so funny. Now I'm seeing the duality between these two. We have the child and we have the old woman. Some of you guys are healing past lives, but others of you could have an elder, like a grandmother around you, an ancestor that's helping you, giving you the energy. What I'm really seeing is that all the work that we've been planting, the seeds that we've been planting over these last 6 to 8 months of this year have really put us in a position to heal at the root, at the freaking root. And we're just feeling it. As above, so below. We're feeling the planetary alignments. It's feeling kind of like a full moon when there's so much going on. And then we have the Ace of Swords. But, you know, it's funny how the girl in this picture, she looks extremely youthful. Her hair is all cool. Some of you guys just, you know, finding ways to express yourself physically is what I talked about in the Libra video I posted on Instagram. Like fun, expressive, finding ways to channel this patience, because it's so funny. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This talks about planting. Now it's, oh my gosh, this reading's gonna be long. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It talks about the energy of putting in a lot of work for something that we want. Like, this is putting in your reps. Thank you, Source. This is putting in your reps. So this year, those who have been putting in their reps, they're feeling like this. They're feeling like this old woman. Because they maybe started off feeling really optimistic, like, yeah, all you have to do is set your intentions. And all you have to do, and then you're like, oh, and all you have to do is believe. You know, like, it's feeling like that. Like, you might be feeling like, damn, since Easter, I've been putting in my work. I've been putting in my reps. But you see this little one star off in the distance, like wish upon a star. It's coming. With this ring card, it's being confirmed that it's coming, and the world talks about an end of a painful cycle. But I feel like a lot of us have been putting in our reps, but you're not seeing it. It's kind of like when you go to the gym. A lot of people talk about positivity and they talk about law of attraction, like manifest in 24 hours, but we're all on different timelines. So it's false advertising to tell anyone that they can guarantee a manifestation in terms of time. Just focus. This person here, this is showing me that we've been focused, or that you've been focused on a different karmic timeline, something that you specifically wanted, and you've already planted the seeds. Here she's planting the seeds. Here she's kind of like tending to them, waiting for them to surface. Some of them already have started, or they're about to. There's an egg next to the bunny, and it hasn't hatched yet. So just know, wherever you are on your journey, if you've been putting in that work, it's going to come. We're co-creators, and I know a lot of people say we're creators, and we are, but we're co-creators with the universe, source, the divine, whatever you resonate with. But co-creators means that we have a part and the divine has a part. And I know that's hard to hear, y'all, because I've been struggling myself. And some of us don't want to hear that. But just know that even if you can't see it, how she's receiving it, but she can't see it yet, she's not turned around, she's even above the mountain, you're going to get some sort of clarity. There's going to be something, and it might shock you, because the Ace of Swords, or in this deck, the Ace of Voices, is a very shocking energy, but it's a revelation, especially with the owl. Some of you guys, your spirit animal could be an owl. Some of you, your ancestors speak to you through seeing owls, like a grandmother, or bunnies, is what I'm really seeing. But this represents wisdom. And to me, the number 7 represents wisdom. So we have 7 for the ring card, 25 added up is 7. Then we have 7 for the 7 of Pentacles. So you might be seeing 777. But to me, 7 is the energy that's a little challenging, because it comes after trying to balance and a lot of change and navigating on a new plane. So a lot of you guys are going to be receiving some sort of clarity that's going to shift your perspective in the right direction. And I see it, I'm going to pull some love cards for y'all, for those of you who are like, okay, what about the relationship stuff? Also, some of you guys are going to be changing your financial situation. Especially with this 5 of Pentacles, some of you guys could be feeling like that waiting energy, like this old woman, feeling physically bogged down by everything that's been going on in the collective, feeling weighed down, feeling tired, feeling like shut out of your abundance that's rightfully yours. But I see that changing. I really do. Let me pull one for the collective, and then I'll pull the relationship one. Let's see where this clarity is leading us. Queen of Cups, emotional fulfillment. And it's funny, it's like now you're the version of yourself that's able to receive this. Behind her, I love this one because there's abundance of water. And the water talks about having an endless well of emotional capacity to love and to receive, but her hand's over her cup. So a lot of you guys have learned, you know, see here, some of you guys, people could look up to you like a mentor with the 3 of Pentacles. You could be collaborating with new people, attracting money, attracting emotional fulfillment, but also being in a position to give back, because it kind of gives me the 6 of Pentacles vibes. Some of you guys could be teaching people how you got to this place just by your lifestyle. But what I'm seeing is boundaries are very, very important. So whoever you're attracting in, just remember how long it's taking you to get here and keep those boundaries. You can't, even though you have a lot of water, doesn't mean everyone deserves it. So I want to pull 3 love cards for people who are thinking about relationships. So number 1, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. What else do we have? We have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally and very soon. Clearly decide what you want so it comes up and shows to you. What does it say? So that it comes to you now. So for some of you guys, whenever you look like this, when you look like the Queen of Cups, you look very attractive. You look very emotionally attractive. Whether you're a male or female, this is not gender specific, but you're looking really good, y'all. You're looking very emotionally attractive, physically attractive, and like long-term bae, okay? Great communication skills, great boundaries. You've done a lot of work, okay? You planted a lot of seeds. So just be mindful that when people come into your life, people are going to be attracted to you. So for example, if you've been single for a very long time and haven't had any prospects, this is about boundaries and discernment. I heard this thing the other day that said, I forgot how it went. It was a download that Source gave me, but it was like, you know, loving with reckless abandon is imbalanced if there's no discernment. There has to be a balance between the two. So you can love, but you also have to have discernment. And this is kind of the energy that I'm getting. So by being yourself, you're going to attract people that reflect that, because this deception card, everyone's wearing a mask. It's not like, oh, you're getting fooled. And you see how the angel's wanting to take that mask off? So this is about being authentic. Almost like that childlike, going back to your roots, who you really are. It's almost like if you grew up and moved away and now you're coming back and now you're like, okay, this is the version of me. This is not saying this is the old you. This is the new improved, but based upon an authentic paradigm, because you have the world letting go. And then here you have let go of control issues. So some of you guys are trying to figure out everything. And maybe anytime someone comes in, you're like, okay, is this going to be it? This is like kind of be, you've done so much work. You're on a new timeline. And then we have very soon. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, what you attract is based upon your own vibration, and that's always true. Some of you guys need to talk to your ancestors about leading you to the right person, your spirit guides, just kind of like taking away that fear and trusting that where you're led. A lot of trusting energy, a lot of patience. I feel like a lot of you guys are coming into divine union. I'm gonna pull one more. Calling in your soulmate. Yeah. So decide to call in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, visualizations, which would be like a vision board or, you know, any sort of ritual, are helping bring you guys together. So once you drop the mask, I really see that a lot of you guys are attracting that in when it comes to your love. And if not, you guys are attracting in some sort of major commitment, some sort of contract, some sort of leveling up. But this is going to resonate for people who've been, like I said, putting in their reps. This could be your body. This could be literally, some of you guys could have a garden. Some of you guys could be manifesting moving or travel. So just take it how it resonates, guys. So this is the new moon in Libra. This is very inspiring. This is like being able to see after feeling blind and heavy for so long. You know, no one tells you that when you get on this manifestational journey, time goes out the window, y'all. It's not about time in the 3D perspective. So anything that you can do to grasp onto that faith, to live comfortably in becoming, what's the word? Presence, will always help you be patient. So getting into the music, getting into working out, you know, whatever you have to do to distract yourself, it's going to speed it up. It's like boiling water. And I always say, when the water's ready, it'll boil over, just like this waterfall. It's like if you sit there and wait for the pot to boil, it's going to take forever. So the divine's like saying, look away from it. Look somewhere else. Do something else. The finish line's coming. But before you know it, it's going to be bubbling over. So some of you guys are going to be attracting more than you thought. And you're going to be sitting pretty in it too. And people are going to be like, how you get there? And you'd be like, honey, you don't know where I came from. You don't know what I had to do to get here. It's running over. It's overflowing. It's like my cup runneth over. That's what I hear for this group, for the Libra new moon. So guys, this was the reading. This is very exciting. We could use some of this energy right now in the collective. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all of my information will be below. My site is strictly for payment. So if you'd like to ask me any questions, you can always email me. And at the bottom of my page on my website, I have a contact form. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Oh, and please be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe if this resonates with you. Bye, guys.